problem we've got a compute the xy coordinates for point C prime. If we're looking at our sketch, here is our sketch and here is C prime. So it wants us to know what C prime is. We know that from the BC line, it's going to add 93 degrees, 26 minutes, and 31 minutes. We also know the distance. So we said before the latitude and departure, if we use latitude and departure, we can find out our coordinates like we did in the Traverse project. So let's take a look at our formula sheet. In the formula sheet, it says, okay, if I'm sitting here, for example, if this is C to C prime, if I'm sitting here, if I know my azimuth and I know the length of that line, I can get the departure and I can get the latitude. From there, I can solve for the coordinates. So if I know my latitude and I know my departure, I can take the original coordinate here and add my x and y coordinates to get my point up here. So I'll show you how to do that. So first thing that I know is I know my coordinate here is 704.12, comma 529.435. That's my coordinate at that point, and that came from the sheet down here. Okay, my x and y coordinate. So this is x, this is y, this is easting, this is northing. Remember, easting is for departure, and northing is for latitude. Whoopsie, is for latitude. Now, the first thing that I have to do is I have to figure out what the azimuth is. If I'm going to use these two formulas, I have to know the angle being our azimuth. Sine of A is going to the departure, cosine of A is going to the latitude. So the first thing I have to do is I have to know the azimuth of this line here. And to do that, if we look at our original sketch, if we look at our original homework assignment, our first problem in this assignment is we did this whole long calculation. We could go back to the original one and find it directly on this sheet of paper. And I'm going to also show you how to calculate it. We know that from B to C, going from B to C, it was 73, from here to here was 73 degrees, 53 minutes, and 50 seconds. That was this angle here, right? And we're going to have to add 180 degrees to get to this angle, because if this keeps being projected out, we know what this little angle is, and we add 180 here to get the azimuth going this direction. Okay? So that azimuth is 253 degrees, 53 minutes, and 50 seconds. Okay? So that's the azimuth from C to B. So this is azimuth from C to B. Okay? From C to B. 0 to 153 degrees. Now, to get the azimuth, we're going to have to add the angle here. So I'm going to add 93 degrees, 26 minutes, 31 seconds. When I do that, I'm going to get the azimuth from C to C prime is going to equal 347 degrees, 20 minutes, 21 seconds. All I did was add my back azimuth and then my angle. Okay? Now, that's the azimuth of this line. So if I drew this from here all the way to here, that is the 347 degrees, 20 minutes, 21 seconds. Okay? Now, remember what the formula is. So our departure, which is our x distance, is going to be L sine the azimuth. And our latitude is our y is going to be L cosine our azimuth. Okay? So I'll write departure. So that means if I projected this, if this went straight straight up, just to give you a visual, and then went to the east or west, this would be my distance to this point, is my latitude. And the distance from here to here,
we can see it.
my bad. The distance from this point to this point is going to be my latitude, and the distance from here west is going to be my departure. Okay? So I want to find this distance and then add it to these points. Distance up and then distance over. Okay? Now, so departure is equal to the length, and the length that I'm using is the 274.82. So 274.82 sine of 347.2021. That is going to give me a negative 60.235. It's negative, remember departure, if it's going negative, we're going west. So that makes sense, that's good, because I know I'm west of this point here, okay? The values, our signs, help us understand which direction we're moving, okay? Now, the latitude is equal to the 274.82 cosine 347, 20 minutes, 21 seconds, and that's going to equal 268.138. So that's positive, so I know I'm going north on my latitude. Now these distances, so departure is my x, and my latitude is my y. So to find C prime, my x value for my C prime, I'm going to take the x value at C, which is 704.120, and I'm going to subtract the 60.235, which is going to give me 643.885. And my C prime of y is going to be 529.435, my y value, plus 268.138, okay? My latitude. That's going to give me 797.568. So my coordinates for this point up here is going to be, my coordinates for this point up here is going to be 643.885, comma, 797.568. This is x and this is y. All right? Does that make sense? So in the question, when asked, what is the x and y coordinate, that's what we're looking for. Okay? We're basically looking for the 643 and the 797.